You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 253rd episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, seated behind the golden MVP microphone where we're talking the business of plumbing. And hey, do we have a very impotent, is that what you would say?
Sure.
The lovely Laura's joining me. Hey, baby. This is a very important subject to your business.
Okay.
All right, the title of our episode here is The Pay That Pays. Isn't that fancy? See how we played on the words there?
Fancy.
The pay that pays. All right, we're with it here. So, hey, we're going to talk about what's the best way to pay the guys, okay? We're just going to get down to it. Okay? So, hey, I want you thinking about that, okay? Because I'm going to walk you through. Well, I got the whiteboard here, or the white paper. Look at this. We got the white paper back here. Mm-hmm. Special stuff happens up here. Right. Okay? I'm going to share the secrets with you. Mm-hmm. All right? Mm-hmm. Okay? And this is an important secret on how you can have a very self-sustaining, okay, successful, and profitable, okay, that's a key word right there, profitable plumbing business, okay, we're going to go over it, okay, and pay matters. So how you doing? All right, so hey, we're going to go get ready here, okay? Mm-hmm. Hey, question for you. Mm-hmm. By the way, let me say, hey, I want to say welcome to those that are watching live here in the live social audience, all right? If you're watching live, type live in the comments. All right, bring your questions here, okay? Get ready to bring it. Hey, if you're watching the replay, type replay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do, right? Just keep on listening. And again, I don't know why I do this, why I like spin my head for the podcast people, because they can't see it.
They can't see it.
No, but you can see it, right? All right, you saw that? See how I do that? All right, just keep on listening. So there we go. Hey, question for you. Get ready here, okay? All right, how do you pay? Write down the comments here, okay? How do you pay and why? Okay, so as you're thinking that up,
okay,
all right, and you're telling me whether you're watching live and blah, 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 okay, that kind of thing. Also, hey, share this. Bless you, baby.
Thank you.
Bless you.
I was trying to not have that happen, but alas.
You sneeze so cute, too. That was a cute sneeze.
Thanks, baby.
All right, your blonde hair goes flying everywhere.
Okay, stop. Keep going, please.
All right. Okay, hey, share this. Okay, this is an important subject we're going to go over. Okay, so share this with your group, with your friends, your buddies, okay?
You know someone that needs this.
Okay, don't be selfish. Hey, this is where a lot of guys are losing it, and I'm going to bring it. Hey, this is a no snowflake zone, right? And we're going to talk it. Hey, what you disagree with me, tell me, all right? Have the cojones to step up here and say you disagree and why, okay? And hey, we'll go around. But I can tell you after 30 years, I'm going to tell you what's the best way to pay. The pay that pays. Okay, and we're going to walk over. So who do we have here? We got anyone?
Wait, what did you say?
The pay that pays.
Okay, got it. Yes,
all right.
We have a lot of people checking in. Steve, I can never pronounce his last name. Steve, I'm so sorry.
Hey, Steve.
Okay, sorry.
How's your week starting out, brother?
I just can't.
All right.
How's your week starting out? We got Jesse checking in. Jesse says, I pay piecework for my rough-in plumber and hourly for service plumbers.
Oh, buddy. I'm going to tell you right, that's backwards, man. All right.
I did it again. All right. Sorry, guys. I did mute.
All right.
Let's see.
I only think I know. It's the only thing. Hey, we're going to talk about it. But at least you're on the right. I mean, you're doing piece rate thing. We're going to talk about that. That's cool, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Lance Ball, piece rate, because my coach helped me see the light. Who's your coach,
Who's
Lance?
your coach, Lance? All right.
Genius.
Hey, I love that. Hey, but it takes a wise man, an open mind, to be able to see the light.
Right.
Okay, so you're already there.
Right.
We're just Sherpas here. Okay, the $1 Million Plumber here is just a Sherpa. I'm taking you up to your plumbing business summit.
You are.
Okay.
All right. TK's in the house.
TK, brother.
Leslie Harpool out of
Choctaw. Man, they are killing it.
Okay, I knew you were going to do this.
I can't.
Leslie, get Brent, because Richard's going to go
They're killing it. These guys are a great example of just never say die.
Never say die.
There is no, that guy, there's no crybaby there on both their part. Plumbing power couple. Coming out of the weeds, hey, I'm not going to share their whole thing. Let them, but they haven't had an easy walk. Coming out of new construction, and what they just bought their 4th truck.
They did.
Service, now all service.
Yep.
Okay, and just killing it. Branded,
Yep.
Looking good, looking
so
pro,
awesome. Yep.
being pro.
Being
all right,
pro.
all right.
Love it. So good for Champion Plumbing out of Choctaw. Steve said,
Right.
I'm close, but okay, thanks. I know you just threw me a bone on that one. All right, Todd Billiot?
All right.
No, okay.
Present and accounted for.
Okay.
Glad
to have you, Todd.
Yeah, we're taking roll here in class. All right, right. Hey, guys, come to the front of the class.
Sound
Okay,
off.
the winners want to be in the front of the class here. All right, he's present and accounted for, and red eye. All right. And Leslie, the Hardy. We tried.
No,
we tried to get rid of them, but they just kept coming back.
I
doing
did
that
not.
stuff.
Jesse says, I do piecework for Ruffin because he provides his own truck and tools. I don't have to provide anything but materials. Okay, well, thanks for clarifying that, Jesse.
Good, okay.
Let's really talk about that tonight.
Yep.
What about everybody else? I see Alex Marks checked in. He says commission. I know. And Alex, no, we're not a fan. But he's also got the California thing.
My brother.
Right?
No, that's all scared, just like they're probably scared of the flu, too, out there.
I'm pretty sure Alex Marks is not scared of the flu.
Yeah.
Alex Mark will kick the flu's butt is what would happen. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? Everybody else, what are you doing? How are you paying?
Yep.
We want to hear about it, right?
So what's going on? Yeah, tell us what you're doing, okay?
Yeah.
Step up. Don't be scared. Come on.
Don't be
Don't be scared. That's,
But
there's no scared in plumbing.
In the
business.
meantime, again, share this with somebody that you know needs this. Everybody's got buddies that are plumbers, maybe somewhere else in the country or the world. Share it with them. Tag them right now. The other thing to do is to get notified when we go live. All you have to do is tap on the screen. If you're on your mobile device, tap on the screen, upper right-hand corner, 3 little dots.
Yeah.
Get notified when we go live.
Bring it. The lovely Laura's
So
bringing
important.
it. The lovely Laura's bringing it. Share, okay? We're all about sharing the wisdom here, okay?
Yes.
So share it too. So if you're here, I'm assuming, stick around.
Okay.
If you're looking to grow a successful and self-sustaining and profitable plumbing business, okay? We're going to tell you exactly how. Whether you've been plumbing, have a plumbing business for years, or just getting started, or looking to get started, you're in the right spot.
Yep.
Even if you just want to, just learn something, stick around, okay? If you're not interested in growing a successful anything, then you can scroll on by, all right? Just
Scroll on by. Keep on
scroll on by.
moving.
Just keep
Keep
on moving,
on
all right?
moving.
But we're glad you're here, all right? Yeah.
Alex says everyone is commissioned with a base pay out there.
Be different.
Be different, Alex.
If everyone was jumping off a cliff, would you jump off too? It's like your mom said.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
all right.
Alex wouldn't do that either.
But I think that's where the scares start out there in California too. All that, it's like, oh,
Think so?
the boogeyman's coming to get us. Yeah.
Boogeyman?
All right.
I don't know
So
about that.
no, don't follow the herd. All the sheeple out there, don't follow the sheeple. Okay, stay away from the herd. You ever notice in the movies? In a scary movie, like the things, like War of the Wars, War of the Worlds, and all that kind of stuff, guys. If the crap ever goes down, okay, if the stuff goes down, okay,
crap ever goes down,
stay away from the people, okay. Don't follow the people.
That's
Keep an
always
eye on the
really
people, okay, but don't be with the herd, okay.
Go
That's when you
somewhere
die.
else.
Okay. All right. And the same goes for your plumbing business. Okay. You do what everyone else is doing. Of course, the state wants you not to. I won't go down the political side of
That's
things.
probably a really
But
good idea.
and we'll kind of we'll talk a little bit about it here. Okay. But don't do what everyone else is doing. Okay. All right. If you want to be common, do what's common. You want to be uncommon, do what's uncommon.
It's uncommon.
Okay. All right.
Simple as that, right?
It is simple as that, but not easy to do.
True.
Okay,
True
it's
that.
a very difficult thing to do because I might get in trouble. The state's gonna come. They're gonna yell at me. They might do something mean to me, or I don't want to be. I don't want to stand out. Or
Yes.
really what it is too. A lot of it is I don't have. I'm really not. I'm not unsure of myself. Okay.
Think so?
So yep, that's what. So that's it in a
Manila
nutshell.
Plumber throwing it down.
That's in a nutshell.
Okay.
What? Yep.
Let's hear it.
So let's bring it. All right. So let's talk about it here. The pay that pays. Okay.
The pay that pays.
We have anything else? I think the biggest thing is
Jesse.
find the right pay for employees. Well, I'm going to tell you the right pay for
I
employees.
really don't know how to do piecework for service guy. Need to make it. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
That's why we're here, Jesse. That's why we're here.
All right, Jesse. Listen up here. Stick around. Bring your questions. Okay. All right. So,
Hear
Jesse,
it.
this is for you. And man, it's good that you're looking. The fact that you're open. Okay.
Yes.
Just like that Lance just said. Lance is killing it because he has an open mind.
Right.
He's willing to do what's different than what everyone else is doing. He's not scared. Okay. Doesn't mean you can't be a little nervous and stuff. You do something a little different, but the mind's open. So the fact that you're even looking all right, and listening, your mind's open. That's a good thing.
That's a very, very good
okay.
thing.
So listen to your coach here. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's bring it.
Let's hear it.
All right. So I'm taking and as we get to talking about this, there's kind of some things that I'm just you must know, or a certain understanding. Okay. All right. So I'm assuming, or that you got to know that really what your business is doing, what it's selling, it's not selling plumbing. Okay, you got to understand
what are we selling?
All right,
it's a mystery.
Time. Okay,
selling time.
So that's a consideration right there. All right, with selling time, you got to know that, or at least I'm assuming we have that understanding. Now, there's a lot there. That's for another program. Or Bob, you're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Bob. Where have you been?
Welcome back. All right, and so it's good to have you back. Okay,
glad to have you
so
back. Yes.
I'm assuming that you understand what it is that you're selling. You're not selling plumbing, you're selling time.
You're selling time.
All right. Also, I'm assuming, or we have this understanding, that you wish to incentify. Man, I hope I can spell this.
Incentify. Sound it out, baby. You can do it. Incentify.
All right, incentify. That you wish to truly incentify your guys.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you're looking to do. Okay, and you're looking for the best way to do that. Okay, so that's an understanding there. Also, a final understanding. Okay, is this.
Let's hear it.
I don't know. Can you read this?
I don't know yet. What are you saying?
Freedom.
Freedom.
That you seek freedom. Okay, that you wish to create a business that provides you freedom, not that you're in it all the time. Okay, that's what you want to do. Now, there's guys out there that are very successful.
Hey,
and I could name them. I'm not going to name them because I want to say that they're wrong in what they're doing.
Thomas is agreeing with you, Serafino. Thomas Serafino.
Okay, all right. All right, Thomas. So I assume that you want to be free, okay? And so what we're going to go over here is that you're not looking to spend every moment in your plumbing business. That your ego, your pride, your life vision, okay, is that I'm in this plumbing business and you're in the details and okay, all right. That's not what you're looking for, but you're looking to be what the lovely Lord and I always wanted to do was just be on, next to under a palm tree next to the on a beach somewhere. Okay, all right.
That's all I need.
All right, drinking rum. Okay, rum drinks. Okay,
like Mama Wanna.
Like Mama Wanna. Right. And Big Daddy want another Mama Wanna. Okay, all right. Okay. That you seek freedom. Okay, so as we look at these different pays. That's the filter, I guess, that we're going to be looking through. Okay. All right, that you have the understanding that you're selling time, and time is what makes money. Time is money. You ever heard that? Time is money.
Time is money.
And you want to create as much money as possible, thereby time. Okay, and that you truly wish to incentivize your guys. Okay, you're looking to incentivize them, not whatever. Okay.
What?
Well, just pay them, they clock in, ding, they clock out, ding, that kind of a thing, all right? And that you are seeking freedom, okay, that you truly want freedom, okay?
Let's ask the question, what does freedom mean to you? Can I ask that now, or is that too?
I don't.
Okay, I jumped the shark again. All right, sorry.
Well, I mean,
Well, everybody start thinking about it, because that's coming up.
I'm going to tell you, right. Well, I'm going to tell you what to, again, it is this. Some people may find it. Again, I don't. It's going with the $1 million plumbers. Respect to freedom.
Okay, your idea of freedom.
Right.
Okay.
Which is, I hated being in the plumbing business. So I'll put it that way.
The plumbing truck.
I hated being in the plumbing truck.
Okay.
And I hated being in the office. Okay. And I hated talking to the plumbers.
Yep.
Okay. I hated dealing with the day-to-day operations. My ego was not built on how much I talked with the guys, making sure they did all the jobs right, that the customers knew that I was the guy, all that kind of stuff. I sold the jobs, all that kind of stuff, that I had all the stuff right. I didn't care.
Right.
Okay. My ego was based on how much money can I make and create opportunity, incentivize the guys, and sell as much time as possible while I'm sitting on a beach somewhere. Okay.
Yep. Bob says, creates choice to be there or not be there.
Right.
You just created choice for yourself.
And I didn't want to be there. Okay, so that's ultimate freedom. Okay,
right. Well,
I get to say
it's freedom for whatever. I mean, some people their freedom is, I want to be in the office all the time. I want to be there. If that's their freedom, because they got to choose. It's choice.
Okay.
Right.
Well, then I'm assuming, Then this kind of freedom is you don't have to be at the office. So I made that clear, which is fine. Some guys they live for it. Sunday. If they're not working on plumbing stuff or working on the plumbing business or whatever, they're beside themselves. Something's wrong.
Right.
Okay. And all through the week, they're always go on in the plumbing business.
Right.
Okay. And I know guys that make a lot of money, have made a lot of money doing that. Okay. I'm talking about for those that are out there, and I think we've seen on here, we have some of my private clients on here.
Yep, we do.
That hate
BJ,
being in the truck, hate being in the office. Hate the
works plumbing.
Right. We feel blessed that we have this bit that we had the plumbing, but I don't care about plumbing. I don't want to be in the plumbing. I don't want to. I paid the dues. I'm looking now to use that trade to have freedom of time.
Well, we created an asset so that we can have that.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Thomas, he says correct. The more time in a house, the more money we make.
Close.
I was wondering how you were gonna.
Close. We're gonna talk. We talk about that. Okay. All
Preston's
right.
So hang tight, Thomas. You might get your mind blown just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. Preston is saying freedom is in Maui with deposits automatically going to my account.
Preston, brother.
You are so right.
We're talking the same kind of freedom. Okay.
Maui.
That's just showing up. That you look in on and you look on your count, which was one of my things I did daily. I looked at 3 numbers, HVI. Okay, I looked at HVI, how many booked calls we had. It kind of gave me insight into my marketing.
Brandon Graham's in there.
And we talked about HVI and booked calls. And then what was the bank account balance?
Right.
Because we just wasn't a habit. In early days, I wasn't a habit of doing that. But to just see the money just rising and rising and rising, and I'm sitting on a beach. You're sitting on a beach next to your better other, all right? And watching the waves, some tasty waves and a beautiful babe next to you. Okay, all right.
I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah,
I
know about that.
No,
okay, so
all right. So
let's talk about it. Okay, so as we walk down here, that's what we're going to kind of walk through. All right, is everybody hanging with me?
I'm hanging.
Have I lost anybody yet?
Nope,
okay, freaking anybody out?
Not yet.
All right.
I don't think
hey,
so.
if you like where we're headed, give me some thumbs up, give me some loves, give me some likes or something. Throw me some like bombs.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, if you if you think I'm full of it, throw me some poop emojis or something. Okay, come on. But hey, guys, at a minimum, I want to call you up. I want to call guys to be able to stand out and speak for yourselves, face to face here. I'm right here, okay, and you're right there. So don't throw me a poop emoji when it's down. I don't even know who it's coming from. Okay, all right. If you think I'm full of crap here, this doesn't make you got different things. Stand up for yourself, man. Okay.
All right.
All right. At least do that. Okay.
All right. Let's hear it. Selling time.
Okay. So what's the first way we pay?
I don't know.
What's the most obvious way? The first way we pay.
What's the most obvious way that we pay our techs? Right.
Right.
Want me to give it away?
Yeah.
Hourly.
Yeah. Okay. So we have hourly.
Yep.
Okay. So let's say we pay, and I'm going to kind of use these numbers here. So an hourly guy. So we're paying a guy, and the guy wants $25 an hour. Okay. Okay, with our hourly.
Okay.
Okay. Now with that time here, who is it? Preston. You want to say that we want to spend the most time in a house?
Maui. He was. Oh no. That was. Let's see. Who was that? That was Thomas.
All right.
Thomas Serafino. And Thomas, where are you from? I don't recognize. I don't remember. You may have said before.
So Thomas.
Yes.
So Thomas, yeah, you're in the right. You're right. You're in the right groove there. Okay, with that thinking. But think about it. Does this ever happen to you with your guys? Okay, we're paying a guy hourly. And basically it's 1 hour. We sell 1 hour, and for a guy doing an hour's worth of work, okay, all right. Or does this also happen? You sell the job, or even if they sell the job, all right, and it's really figured in for 3 hours worth of work, and they want it doing twice as 6 hours. Because they drive, they got to go to the parts house because they didn't care to put the right parts in their truck. Because they get paid whether they're picking up parts or not. And on the way to the parts house, they stop by, to get some gas, but really they want to go in and get a pop, and in the burrito, okay. And then they go to the parts house and they just belly up to the bar, there, and
and they just
they're
camp out
jawing
there.
and they're just talking and all that, and then they finally get back out to the house. You see what I'm saying? That's 6 hours in the house. That's a lot of time in the house.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
But with the hourly, okay, at best you're going to get a 1-to-1 ratio. But most of the time, it's 1 hour, and you maybe get half of that, or you see what I'm saying there?
So if you guys that are plumbing business owners, if you pay hourly, there's no incentive for a plumber to kind of put it in high gear, right?
There's none. Okay. There's no one, as leads us to, there's no incentive. In fact, at best, okay, at best it's a hammock. You can't read my writing here over here.
That's all right.
At best you've created a hammock.
Right.
For most of you guys. Now I'm not talking about the 1A player. Don't throw up the one guy that you have that kills it.
Right.
Okay.
Come
on.
yourself.
Like yourself, right? You. There's a reason why you're a plumbing business owner.
Right.
Okay, you are the exception. Okay, you're that half of 1%. You're the eagle. Okay, you're the guy. Okay,
Right. Yep.
All the others, and I'm gonna go. All the others are just plumbing. Okay, they may be good plumbers, but they're just plumbing. Okay,
not a lot of fire in
there's
their
no
steps.
incentive. In fact, the incentive that you've provided at best is a hammock. I can just ease through the day. Okay.
Yep.
At worst.
Okay.
At worst.
Okay.
All right. You've created a trap for them.
Okay.
Or this is gonna sound harsh. Or you've created slaves. Okay. You've created a slave. You've chained him.
Enslave them.
You enslave them, okay? Because they can never do any better. There's no incentive. They can't work any. They work any faster. They still get paid what you pay them. That's why you got to get these guys showing up, and now they want a raise.
Right.
You have to be in with you for a week, okay? Or they happen to go to it for a week. They happen to have a good week, and the good week is that you sold all the work, okay? And they did it. And they see that it was a lot of money because they were collecting from the customer or whatever.
Right.
And so now you should look what I made you.
Right.
Okay.
See what I made you?
And so you've enslaved them or trapped them into that way of thinking. Okay. Or they have to come to you. Please, sir, may I have another? Please, sir. Okay. All right. You see what I'm saying? So for all you guys out there saying that I love my guys and I want to create an opportunity for them and give them a good life and that kind of thing, but you pay them hourly? Check yourself, okay? All right?
Hey, Charles from Dallas, Texas, the Big D.
Hey, from the Big D. Okay?
Welcome. Okay, so that's hourly.
So, hourly and getting into freedom. And it's not very free for you because you have to babysit these guys.
Who wants to babysit grown men?
You got to babysit them, okay? You got to be pushing them on the job. You got to push them through. That's why it works for the guys that really love being in the business every day. That they get their egos built on being. What are you doing on this job? I'm working on this and working on these phones, and I handle 100 calls a day, and I'm so proud of all that. Okay, of how many calls that you take. Okay, and you're pushing these jobs. You have to, because you have to babysit the guys.
Right.
Or you got to bring someone on to babysit the guys. So instead of focusing on taking care of Mrs. Jones, for those that are longtime viewers, when I say Mrs. Jones, that's our avatar name for our customer.
Mrs. Jones is the common residential customer, right?
Right. So instead of taking care of your customer, you're focused on getting the guys to do the work. Babysitting your guys. Come on, what are you guys doing? You got to babysit the guys. Where are the guys at? What are you working on? Instead of getting everyone focused on and driven towards taking care of Mrs. Jones.
Right, the important thing.
So that's hourly.
Okay.
So the next thing is, all right, the guys say, well, I'll take care of that.
We'll fix that.
Like in California. Okay.
California.
All right, we have commission.
Right. Commission.
Okay, so commission. So what we're going to do with commission
what are we going to do with commission?
We'll pay 25%.
Okay.
I'll pay you 25% commission. Whatever you say, I'll pay you 25% commission. Wow. Time-wise, really what happens, guys don't really have their time figured out, don't know that they're selling time, and in there, so you wind up giving literally 25% of your company away. What stupid is as stupid does, I think is the phrase there.
Worse
okay, or worse, 25%, 30%, 35%. All right, you're paying these guys basically giving away your company.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now the thought is this incentivized, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the thought that commission does.
Well, I'm giving it because I'm giving them. They get a percentage of what they sell. Okay.
Right. Yep.
All right. Now here's the thing. Well, let me say it. At best, okay, it's confusing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to put confusing there. Okay.
We're
At
just
best, it's confusing.
confused. Okay.
Okay. All right. And at worst, okay, it creates animosity or friction.
Friction.
Okay. I'll
Friction's good
explain
work.
that. Okay.
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. Friction. Man, I know you guys can't read that. Can you read it? It's friction.
It's
okay. That's friction.
Just kind of scribble and say what it is.
Okay. So confusion, at best, at worst, friction. Confusion. Here's the thing. I hear this all the time, and I know I can see the sound bubbles actually coming through the camera here. Okay. So I feel you.
Okay.
For those
Feel you,
out
brother.
there.
Okay.
All right. Well, commission worked for here and worked for me. Yeah, it worked for you. Again, there's a reason why you're the plumbing business owner.
Why you went out on your own.
And why you went on, because you get the idea. You're driven by that. I make more money. Commission.
Right.
Okay. You did well in that environment, and then got the idea. Well, I'll make, instead of just 25%, I'll make 100%.
Right.
Okay.
I'll show them.
I'll show right.
Because how hard is it really to have a plumbing business?
Right. How hard can it be?
Cut to.
It's not even a business. It's plumbing. I'm the best plumber in the world. Okay. All right. But for the regular guy and all these guys that you're telling commission to, and they're nodding their heads like they understand, they have no freaking idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm sorry. No, this is, I don't like to cuss.
No.
But this is sometimes you do cuss because it gets the point home. They have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Okay, because what you wind up doing is, I'll pay you 25%. Okay, but we're going to take out materials. We're going to take out materials, and we're going to take out some labor. And if you do this, and it's on a Tuesday, you want to take out this much, take out this. You see what I'm saying? They don't
and then
understand.
you've got a logistical nightmare on your hands.
Well, we get to that. Gets down here to the.
Oh, sorry. I did it again. Sorry,
but
baby.
that's the point. It is. The commission is a nightmare. Okay.
Hey, Bob says, I'm getting what you're putting down, but what or how does the proper number of opportunities play in here? Proper number of opportunities that guys get in the house. Is that what you mean, Bob? I think that's what, maybe clarify just a little bit.
Well, and I think I know where you're going, because it's always the guy's fear. How many calls? Well, I need to calls. I got to make more calls. I got to get into marketing. We got to have more calls. 2.5. In fact, the guys that make six figures, I'll just throw this out there since we're there. The numbers tell us that the plumbers who make the most in the service world, okay, the guys that are six figures do less than 2 calls a day.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not about the calls. And in fact, in your business, you're thinking about just about calls. You're thinking about it wrong. You only need one call. You got to make it about the one call.
One call.
One
That's
call.
all you need.
One call is all you need, right?
Lance says, I'm getting what you. Oh no, that's Bob. Sorry,
Right,
Lance.
right.
Let me send Lance. Lance is saying service goes up with a piece rate, and the more time the tech sells in the home, the quicker they do the work.
Right, we're getting there, Lance. You're getting there. That's the guy
yes,
that's right.
You're exactly
okay?
right.
And so we got the confusion, and why it causes friction is these guys who are confused about the numbers. This is all about the money. So on this case, you're talking to guys, you got to sell more. They sell more, or they see what you are making. Okay, so when you do that, you do that $5,000 tankless, or just pull that, and you give them 25% or whatever. They see that they made you all that money. It's all about the money, and look at all the money you make. Okay, right. You are the man. You're not their buddy. They may smile at you and all that, but you are the man. So. Right. It causes friction or animosity because you're pointing them towards looking at the money. All right, they're doing all the work, and you're making most of the money. You're only giving me 25%.
What?
I do 100% of the work.
Right.
Why do you get? Okay, and that is how they think.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the friction.
Yep.
And then down to the freedom here. You still got to drive this. Okay. There is, you can't walk away. You can't do this from the beach. Someone has to drive. You still got to follow up. There is some babysitting involved.
And there is a logistical nightmare from keeping track of it, right? If you got to subtract materials out, or parts, or a percentage of parts or materials, and yeah.
Right.
Do you want comments right now, or do you want to keep going?
Give me some comment. Where are we at here?
Sure. Yeah, you bet. Let's see. What do we have here? Lance. Oh, that was Lance's comment. Bob, where'd he go? He says, upselling can bite you in the butt if the guys don't have enough opportunities. We're not upselling.
This isn't upselling.
Nope. We are providing options and letting the customer choose.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Totally different.
Yep.
No such thing as upselling.
Right. Okay.
He also says, or upselling stuff the customers may not need. Absolutely.
Right.
That's why you don't want to do that.
That's why we get into when I'm not talking. Well, this isn't value stacking. There's all these kinds of phrases and all that. No, you're only going to provide the customer options, choices, and that's another conversation. Okay, all right.
Yep. See, Nick Englehart. Hi, Nick. He says, if I didn't make commission, I wouldn't want to do this job. I enjoy the selling way more than plumbing. It's what wakes me up in the morning. Well, boy, you would love Piece Rate.
And you would love Piece Rate.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. All right.
And that's what Lance just said.
Right.
Said,
you would love Piece Rate. All right. Stick around for that. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We got Preston says, darn, no Maui with commission. Nope. You're right, no Maui. So stick around, Preston.
Right.
We're going to tell you how you're going to get Maui, right?
Okay. And who we're talking to, the guy who says I like to make more, I like the commission. I'm assuming you're a plumber, not an owner.
Yep.
Okay.
So
it's
awesome.
good. So as an owner, right?
Yeah, great.
Right.
Every plumbing company needs great plumbers.
Need great plumbers. So
awesome.
I would love to have you and introduce you to the idea of Piece Rate because that's truly the fairest, the greatest opportunity for you. Commission is still commission changes. That's another thing with commission. Every company I've ever known changes their commission program.
Yep, constantly.
And as soon as you change up on the guys, as soon as you change it up on your guys, you lose the trust on the majority. Now again, this guy that said that he likes to commission, you're that one guy. Okay, so you'll deal with it and figure out how to play that game and make the most out of that game. Most all the other guys are freaking out, or they just said they don't understand it. They changed it up on me. To hell with it. I'm just going to go do my day. Blah blah blah. Okay, all right. Whereas with Piece Rate, and we're getting to this, I never changed it up in 18 years.
Nope.
You never had to change. So the trust is there. Right. Okay, and the guys need more.
Yeah, one more. Jesse has a question. He said, big question of the day. You want to have apprentices. How do you pay them? Do you pay them from the service tech's pay?
Nope, they're included. That's a great question, okay?
Jesse.
Your apprentices and help, that kind of stuff is built into your hourly rate, okay? All right, that's built into that price of that time that you're selling. So let's get to that, okay? Yeah. So before we get to that here, I got something for you for watching, for hanging with me here.
Yeah.
All right, something for you. Hey, you even got the thing there. All right, my free ebook, The 7 Must Knows to Be a $1 Million Plumber. We go over the concepts like this, okay, and others that you got to know to have a successful, self-sustaining, and very profitable business, okay? So my free ebook, The 7 Must Knows. All right, put you on the path of it, just that, okay? Type 7 in the comments to get it, all right? And it's free, all right? So check it out.
Yep.
Or if you're listening to the podcast, go to themilliondollarplumber.com/7. All right,
7.
grab it. All right, my gift to you. So
Okay.
So what do we have left here?
Okay.
Piece Rate.
Piece Rate.
Piece Rate.
What kind of funky voodoo talk are you?
Piece Rate. Hey, Piece Rate's not just something that I pulled out of my butt. Or that's new, okay? All right.
And with Piece Rate, everybody in the Success Academy and our clients are giving you heart bombs and thumbs up. So
there we go. Piece Rate. Piece Rate's been around since about the 50s. Okay, it comes from the automotive industry.
It does, and somebody already mentioned that earlier.
Okay, I knew this. I know how I knew about it because my father was a mechanic. Okay, I grew up in a blue collar home. My dad was a mechanic.
Yep.
In fact, for a period of time, he was known as like the best tune-up man in town. And for a period of time, we lived pretty decent.
Hey, John.
Until the manufacturer started messing with their Piece Rate because the guys like my dad started making good money and saying, well, mechanics aren't worth that. Okay, we shouldn't pay mechanics that much. It's the same goes. I had guys, my competition in town, you go to the meetings and that stuff, and they find out my guys are making, pushing 6 figures and making more than 6 figures. I had my guys saying, you can't pay your guys that.
You can't pay that.
Why not? I'm selling the time. We're going to get to that.
We can do whatever we want.
Right.
We're the boss of us.
Okay. So that's what happened. So to my dad. Now they came from the automotive industry, so they're trying to figure out how to get more time because they understood what they were selling, time, and incentivize their guys to work quicker. Okay. All right. To free up. Okay. More stalls in the service department. So you can only build out so far, and you couldn't build up. Right? They couldn't build up. Right. So they wanted to get more time out of these service stalls. So they created Piece Rate. Okay? So they could pay guys, okay, like my dad, okay, or you pay your guy $25 an hour.
Right.
Okay.
So you assign them an hourly rate.
They get an hourly rate,
Right.
an hourly pay.
Well, an hourly rate.
An hourly rate. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get paid $25 an hour. Okay. All right.
Okay.
But then for the job, just like with my dad, with the tune-up, it paid like an hour and a half or 2 hours to do the tune-up or something like that. Back in the day, we replace plugs and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And my dad can do them in like 45 minutes to an hour. So they were selling that time, those 2 hours for that tune-up, okay, to the customer. We're selling that time, those 2 hours, but the tech is doing it in half the time, thus creating more time for the company to sell. So going back to the thing, to the guy that said about time in the house, it's not so much of having 8 hours in the house,
Right.
but selling 16 hours and being in the house 5 hours or 6
Right.
hours. Okay, and that's not overselling.
Nope. It is
Okay, but it's selling that time, okay, and that the technician then moving quicker, okay?
Because what do you know? Might even incentivize your technician.
So really, it's this plus a multiple, right? So you can multiply it, okay? So it's a multiple. Thus, that truly incentivizes your plumber, okay? And you want these kinds of plumbers.
Right.
You want these kind of plumbers that want to make more money, okay? That love that idea, and it's an easier thing to understand because you're going to pay me $25 an hour. Okay,
That's my
pay. So I'm a
rate.
plumber.
Right.
So I've been in front of guys like this a lot. Okay, hundreds of guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Preston says commission with less steps. I love it.
Exactly.
On
There's-
his way to Maui as we speak.
There we go. There's no thinking. Okay, there's no thinking for your guys.
Right.
It's this clear. So you're going to pay me $25 an hour? Yep, you got to pay $25 an hour. And I'd ask them, well, how long does it take you to install a water heater? And guys, a standard water heater, if you're decent, okay, standard water heater, electric, gas, really doesn't matter, okay?
Right.
Standard water heater.
Okay. Hey, Carmen.
Even a regular guy say, well, I can get one in, hour and a half. Maybe, and they won't say this, but 2 hours if I'm coasting, okay?
Right.
But an hour and a half. And guys, when it really goes well, you can do it in an hour. If you got your water heater there, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yep.
All right? So I say, well, we pay 3 hours to do that water heater. I pay 3 hours to do that water heater. So you would get 3 hours times your pay.
Hourly rate.
And see, a guy can get that. So it's $25 times 3. $25 times 3.
Right.
And so the question I'd get next is, well, what if it takes me an hour and a half? It really does get 3 hours. Well, what if it takes me 2 hours?
You
3
get
hours.
paid 3 hours.
Okay. What if it takes me 3 hours? 3 hours. What if it takes me 4 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. That's the beauty. That's the incentivizing there. That's the protection for the company. Okay. So it pushes them, all right, to look at the job correctly.
Correct.
Okay. Or if the guy decides it's a beautiful spring day, all right, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway, and it's like the birds are singing. You got little cartoon animals coming up and singing to you, and you're whistling. All right.
Okay.
And the guy decides to take it easy, all right, and take his time. You as a company are not hurt by that. Okay. You're not penalized. And the customer isn't penalized, because that's the greatest fear when we start talking money with the customer. Believe me, the customer knows how long you're spending in the truck and how long you were away at getting parts. Okay. Yep. So when it's flat rate, instead of just charging hourly, okay, there's flat rate in there now. That's another topic here. Okay.
Right.
But all right, the customer it feels more secure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because then they know exactly what it's going to cost.
Right.
Right. Exactly what it's going to cost.
Okay. So
and we do have questions coming in too.
They can give themselves a raise. So what I saw with my guys
Jesse, I see your question.
So we'll get to it. So your guys can go. So if you're paying a guy $25 an hour and he does the job in less than half the time or half the time, which is how most of the things are set up to do. Okay. All right. You don't want to. We don't create these times to where it's the exact perfect situation and what you would do it in. Okay.
Right.
You take the average. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
So, all right. So the guy can give himself a $50 an hour. He can give himself a raise. He's in control of his environment, his destiny. You see what I'm saying? Okay, it's a beautiful thing.
It is so beautiful.
That's why I had guys. I had guys that the record in my company was a guy sold 24 hours in one day, and he was home by 5:30. Okay, because we did things like we sold a sewer job. We got paid 16 hours. Okay, but we subbed out the sewer work. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So my guy got 16 hours just for selling that job. So my guys were begging for the main line machine and the camera for the guys that love this. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So they would get that 16 hours, and while your dig crew is doing the job, okay, that's built into your hourly rate. Your dig guys and all that kind of stuff. Your hourly guys are built into your hourly rate. Okay, as an expense. Okay. Right. While those guys are doing the work, or a sub, we use the sub.
We always use a sub.
Okay. My guy got 16 hours for that, and so he was now doing a water heater call or another some kind of repair.
Yep. While the dig crew was
doing, while he's making time doing that,
right,
he's also making other additional time in his day.
And he just created time for our company.
And he created more time for the company. See how that works? With that, there's no babysitting. There's no driving. This is freedom, buddy.
Put Maui. That's what that means, right
that
there.
Maui.
Maui. That's Maui for you.
Maui. Okay. That's the only way to Maui to really be able to live what we call the freedom lifestyle.
Right.
And the bottom line, that's what we're all about here. The $1 Million Plumber is about. Potty Talk Live. We're talking the freedom lifestyle,
right,
not manage the plumbing business lifestyle. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. Okay.
Right.
But if you're looking for the freedom lifestyle, all right, to create an asset that gives you security, all right, and wealth, which is financially and time, okay, increase that freedom lifestyle. Piece rate is the only way you can do it for yourself. It's the fairest way to provide true opportunity for your guys. If you truly love your men and really truly care about your men, if you're doing anything else, a little bit full of BS, okay? Or just don't know,
it's
okay?
Just too hard.
Okay.
Okay, we got a lot of questions.
All right.
$1 Million Plumber.
Let's bring it. What do you got?
All right, let's see. Where in the world do we start? Let's see. Piece right now. Blah, blah, blah. Jesse. He's going to the water heater example. And Jesse, these are great questions too. But every water heater is different. We have direct vents here that can take you longer.
Certainly.
Yes.
So you charge more.
Right.
So we had them here too.
Power
they have
vents?
them all over the All right, direct vents. You're going to have some that are in a stand. Okay, difficult access, like
right,
you got the water softener and the gas is all in front of them, so you got to take it apart. So you're going to have in your flat rate pricing, you're going to have a task for a standard water heater installation. You're going to have a direct vent. Okay, our 75-gallon gas water heaters were more expensive than the 50, not just because they cost more for the materials, okay, and the water heater itself, because it took 2 men and a boy, to get take care of it, okay.
Right.
So the bottom line is you're selling that time, okay, and you want to position it. For example, our power vent water heaters, starting from scratch, okay, paid 15 hours. Okay, but a good guy, once he did one and got it in and was on top of it and move it, could install one in 6 hours, 7 hours, take the whole day when he's coasting. Well, the bottom line is I gladly let him coast and take the whole day. My guys that made six figures would get it in as fast as possible and take a job at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Okay, because he got 15 hours. Okay, he got 15 hours, but he sold those 15 hours. So the company got. He's actually sold another a day.
He gave himself a raise.
He gave himself a raise.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, I hope that makes sense. John Matthews, hi John, wants to know about overtime.
No, this is the overtime. We had guys that now here's the thing that you'll want to do. Okay, you'll see that you're going to have to be paying guys. We had guys that we paid in a 2-week cycle. Well, we'll keep it easy on a 40-week. Okay, or 1-week cycle. You're going to have guys that do 60, 70 hours. Sell 60, 70 hours, okay? but they're only working until 5 and 6. Okay, they're home by 6. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. Now with today's, because of like California, going, the socialist concern. Look, the states want to keep guys enslaved. They're not looking to support business. States like California, New York, Illinois, okay, are truly looking to enslave their people. They're about slavery, okay?
Yep.
They don't want guys going out and starting business, okay? And so they say, well, we want to make sure guys get paid. Well, what you need to do now, and even California, for Alex, look, you can charge piece rate, but you got to keep track of the actual time they work now. Okay, so say the guy. So if the state did come and audit you, all right. So I'd be doing this now too, even in Indiana. Okay, which we're a right to work state. Okay, but it's coming. Okay, you know it's coming this way. So what you'd want to be able to do, you'd have to keep track of their actual hours worked. So you'd want to use something like a Sky Boss, where
with the time clock
in
feature.
it, okay, time clock feature, so that you got your guys clocking in and out, so that you could show to the state that so say a guy he clocked 45 hours, and that kind of guy, you'd have to pay his 40 hours at minimum wage, and then 5 hours at time and a half of the minimum wage, right?
Correct.
So you have to be able to show the state that you paid him 60 hours, okay, at $25 an hour, that pay was greater, because the state's going to want you to pay the most, whatever the greatest pay. Okay,
they want you to pay the most.
So
Correct.
you can say that, hey, this pay by going by your minimum wage here and all that was only this much, but I paid him this much.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And, I want to hold on that. Let's see. Works Plumbing. Patrick, I'm assuming that's Patrick, actual time, and then the rest would be considered a bonus, and you can do that too.
Right.
That's how we did it.
So that's how you would do it too. So
Correct.
that 40 hours when you send it over to your payroll company, because guys, look, here's the thing. If you talk to any accountant, accountants don't think outside the box. Certainly anyone in government. Anyone in government doesn't think outside the box.
Right.
Who's ever in government is that kid that you knew in grade school that wanted to be the hall monitor, okay, or the crossing guard, okay? That's who's in government, all right? And so they don't think outside the box. So if you go to them and say, I'm paying piece rate, okay, or even this is how I'm doing it, they can't comprehend that. Well, you got to pay them for all the hours that they worked. Well, you got to pay them.
Do they say it that
okay,
way?
They say it just like that. Okay, you got to pay them, all right? And so don't try to ask permission in this case, because they'll tell you no,
right?
Or
they won't even understand.
Or they won't even understand it, which then will freak you out, okay, and you'll be scared, okay?
Right.
What you do is when you send it into your payroll company, so say your guy had 60 hours for the week, okay, you're going to do 40 hours, so you can say, hey, Joe gets 40 hours at $25 an hour. He gets his 40 hours at his pay.
Right.
And then I'm going to bonus him. So you'd figure up that other 20 hours times 25. So what's that, $500? I'm bonusing Joe $500. Does that make sense? So you'd pay for the 40, say, hey, well, I'm paying for, Joe had 40 hours, and I'm giving him a $500 bonus. Okay?
That's how you do it.
Yep.
And Alex Mart says, hold on a second. Yes, they do sound like that.
They sound just like that. You can't do that. You got to pay them how they work.
All right, Preston, who's trying to get to Maui. Let's hurry up and get Preston to Maui here. What is he saying? So the only way, where's it? So the only way someone could pay with piece rate is to use the flat rate charging. Correct. Which
that's the way, because you can figure it out, because you're selling time. So to make sure, because what you're doing, if I sell 3 hours for this water heater, you're selling that water heater, that time, that's built into that flat rate price to your customer.
Right.
Okay. I mean, you can figure it up an hour on the go, that kind of a thing.
It's way too hard.
But you don't want to do that.
It's not going to get you to Maui.
It's not going to get you to Maui, and your guys aren't going to do it.
Right. So his question is, so you need a price book, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Where could a company get a price book?
You want your own price book, okay? Now, I'm not going to be self-serving here, but that's something we cover in the academy, okay? Hey, if you're truly serious about growing your plumbing business and learning this kind of stuff, and you're looking for freedom, you need the academy. There's nothing else.
You need it.
Nothing else out there like it. Affordable, okay? And I got a 14-day free trial for you. So that's one of the first things we do early on is you create your own flat rate pricing, not getting it from one of these systems or someone else. You got it, guys. The freedom is understanding your numbers. Not that someone says, well, we're going to put in your hourly rate and we'll do the blah, blah, blah. No. You put together, it's going to be the hardest thing you do. I'll be straightforward with you here. Yeah. I want to scare you. You want to be a pro. Mm-hmm. You want freedom. Mm-hmm. You got to do this work. Okay, you got to put together your own pricing. You got to know your own numbers. Right. You do that, you'll be free, and you'll have something truly to sell. You'll have power. Right. Okay, all right.
And that's creating an asset, whether you sell it or not. It's creating an asset.
And that's how you're able to sit on the beach in Maui, and within 5 minutes, if something's happening, you can figure it out because you built the plumbing. Just like when you plumb a home. You know what's behind the wall. You know what you didn't do, where things are at, where things could have broken, what was on. You know those things. Right. You need the same way in your business, and when you build it like that, that's freedom. Okay, and we cover that in the Success Academy. And right now, I got a 14-day free trial, so you can test it out. We go right into your honest hourly rate. So one of these things I just referred to about entering these things in.
Your honest hourly rate. And someone said that earlier. I think it was Lance or Patrick said. You got to have your honest hourly rate to be able to do piece rate as well. So
type success in the comments, okay, and then type success again. You have to do it again. Take you to the page. You can get more information on that, and then just sign up, okay. Or you can go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. Yep. But you got to know your numbers, not buy someone else's price book. That'll get you by, but you won't know why. What will happen is when you're pricing, so when Mrs. Jones pushes back, your customer pushes back, or the guys say, I can't sell it at that, you won't have it in you to know, well, that's what it is, that confidence, okay?
We see it day in and day out.
Right, okay? That was a good question.
Yeah.
They're all good questions. You got good questions there. Bring it. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is serious stuff here. This is the business. This is CEO stuff.
Right.
Forget about plumbing, guys. For my plumbing business owners.
Right.
All right. If you are thinking about plumbing and you're into the plumbing, do your family and yourself a favor. Stop the plumbing business and go be the great plumber that you were for someone else. Okay. All right.
I am seeing Patrick is right. Piece rate is pro business, and I like Timothy's new game that we're going to play. Everybody, every beach reference takes a drink.
What do you think I've been doing here, bro? All right. For those that know me, we've got a little bit of scotch here. All right. I knew this was going to be fun.
It's a new drinking game. So there we go. Thanks, Timothy, for that idea.
That's right. Okay. Beach.
Let's see. And Lance is saying, this works, guys. I am a testament to it. He is. Lance, he took the ball and ran with this when he got a hold of it. So
hey, that's why I love the guys I work with, and I'm proud. First of all, it's just a blessing to be with those that we private coach because we build that relationship there. But I'm proud to be with these guys, be associated with them, guys and gals, because look, it takes guts to actually do what everyone else isn't doing.
Right.
And when you're not sure, okay, it takes guts to learn it. Okay, this is where we separate the men from the boys.
Yep, there's GB
the hacks from
right
the pros.
there. GB said I had to learn what I need to charge in order to make money. You have to know how much to charge, flat rate and honest hourly rate. Yep, GB went through it.
Right.
GB's doing it.
GB's a man's man. I mean, the guy's been around the block, served the country, raised a family. He's had his ups and downs and got back up, okay, and got back up. So, it takes that kind of fight to truly... GB, as we know, and I know you're going to laugh at me and laugh at this. We talk about the championship rounds because you're building this kind of stuff. The flat rate taskmaster, as we call it, putting together your own flat rate pricing will be the hardest thing that you'll do in your business. Yep. It'll be the hardest thing you do, but you do that.
True.
You're free.
You're sitting pretty. Yep. MDP knows his stuff and is a game changer in our business. Thanks, BJ.
Thanks, BJ.
Best. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on 1 second. I had another one. Where was it? Somebody else had a question. Doggone it. Okay, sing and dance for a little bit, honey. Oh no, here we go. Bob Kellogg says, I can see that finding your honest hourly rate is easy. It's agreeing on what hours to put on a task and multitask hours. Yeah, that's one way, right?
I can see that finding your honest hourly rate is easy. It's agreeing on what hours to put on a task and multiply. Well, Bob, that's the flat rate taskmaster, okay?
Yep.
Your honest hourly rate is learning the concept that you're selling time. You're not selling plumbing, okay, and then figuring all your expenses.
Right.
I'll give you a little hint. Your customer pays for everything.
Right.
Okay, your customer, as we do in all customers in every industry, we pay for everything. Okay, so do your customers. Okay, then
yes,
you take that in and creating your flat rate. When you guys create that's why you guys just throwing a price into someone else's flat rate program, taking your hourly rate, garbage in, garbage out.
Right.
Okay, you got to have that firm foundation of knowing, having your hourly rate correct, and then throwing into a taskmaster. Then you're creating, your expenses and the hours that you're selling, okay, at your hourly rate.
He's saying flat rates are always higher than time and material. Would you agree with that statement, $1 Million Plumber?
Well, yeah, because your flat rate includes all your time. Time and material doesn't include all your time.
Right.
Okay, that's where you guys get lost. Is you're charging for, you're thinking of the time I'm just on the job. You got to have all your time that went into getting the guy to that job.
Correct.
Okay, and doing the job.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So. Yep.
Let's see, let's see. We got another one here. Where'd it go? About helpers. Oh gosh, we're someone watching out on the YouTube. What about helpers? We talked a little bit of that earlier. Yeah, go ahead, babe.
Helpers are built into your hourly rate. Okay. All right. So really, you're selling that truck in Mrs. Jones's driveway. Okay.
Okay.
And again, this works for the right customer as well. Again, this has been other, I go in deep in this in the academy because you guys got to understand this. Look, the right customer, you can do this kind of thing and create freedom and true security for you and your family, okay, and wealth and opportunity for others is not new construction. Okay, because it's all about the price. It's not doing commercial because it's all about the price. Okay, it's not doing warranty work. It's all about the price. Okay, it's difficult. It's really the only place you can build from nothing. Okay, are with customers who are really seeking value. Okay, and that is residential service customers. And I know the first questions they ask is how much do you charge? Okay, how much do you charge? Only reason they're asking that is because they're nervous, okay? All the data, okay, all the surveys say that the number one concern that Mrs. Jones has is, can I get a plumber here today?
Is he going to show up?
And then is he going to show up? That follows those two go back and forth, okay? Those are the two, okay? Right. Price is like fourth or fifth down the way, but it makes sense. It's logical. It's intelligent to ask, in a nervous situation, how much do you charge? Okay, all right. And we think then we start walking through that whole hourly thing and doing the hourly, which is a whole nother. When Mrs. Jones goes shopping at Walmart, or you go shopping at Walmart, do they break that can of beans down or that TV down in hourly and materials? No, it's not. That's not our normal. That's not what we're accustomed to. Okay,
it's flat rate. Baby.
All right, it's flat rate. Everything. We live in a flat rate world. Like we did a program on that.
We did.
Okay.
Our last Potty Talk Live was
right.
It's a flat rate world.
It's a flat rate world. Okay. And so when you're a flat rate, you're selling hours. Okay. All right. And so you're able to you sell those hours, which is all your time built into your hourly rate, has all your time that it takes to run your plumbing business. Okay. Right. All right. Into your hourly rate plus profit. Profit's not a four-letter word, okay?
It is not.
All right. If you think profit's a four-letter, if you're feeling guilty, which has been there, we do get into, and the academy will get into some of that. Guys, look, we've been conditioned to not make money. You have been conditioned. Though, if you're watching me right now, you're a plumber, okay? Or if you have even if you have a plumbing business, you come from plumbing, all right? If you went to public school. If you went on a vacation, maybe once a year or every other year, if you got a birthday present, okay, you've been conditioned. We're the middle class to lower middle class to poor, okay, all right. We've been conditioned to get in line and be paid hourly, okay, and trade our time for a low hourly rate to work at the factory. To get the job done, okay? We do the living, dying, working and dying for a free country, okay? So you've been conditioned that way.
Yep.
So you've been conditioned to feel, the rich get richer, right? All right? Poor get poorer. All right? Money is the root of all
evil.
Okay, a penny saved,
a penny earned.
Right, all that BS. Okay, you've been conditioned to think that way and feel guilty about making money. All right.
Bob has a question. Less guys, less calls.
More profit, Bob.
Yes.
That's
the
why.
Answer to that is yes.
That's why you have 10 guys. Guys will ask, well, how big was your company? It wasn't 30. It doesn't matter because guys will start judging how big your company is. I made a lot of freaking money. All right, because I sold all of our time plus time.
Yep.
So
and more
10
profit.
guys sold 20 guys worth of. Made 20 guys worth of money.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? While I was sitting on a beach.
Way less hassle.
And guys, that is so cool. It's so fun. And if I can do it, I hope you feel this. I hope you feel the sincerity. Look, I'm not into all the look. I want to get you worked up and have you feel good and know there's opportunity. But I'm never going to invite you to come out and walk on fire. And I'm not going to get in a big cussing fest and try to get you all motivated and we all get the guys together and I'm not going to do that crap, okay? All right, or hound you on this stuff. It's just if I can do this, I guarantee you can do it, okay? But there's things you got to do if you're looking for freedom, if you're looking for Maui.
Right.
Okay.
Who isn't looking for Maui? Preston, we're all going to join you in Maui.
Beach. We just mentioned the beach. Everyone take a drink.
Beach. Everybody drink. We're doing the Timothy beach drink game.
All right.
Okay. Anything else there, $1 Million Plumber?
There's a lot here, guys.
There is. This was a long show, babe, but it was good.
I kind of went on.
Really good.
Well, this is good stuff. This is a big deal.
Yes.
Okay. So right now, for those who are still sticking, guys that went off said, this guy's full of crap, or you think you got it, and you went back to working for new, you don't have it. Okay. Or if I've lost the guys, if you're still sticking with me, there's probably you're still thinking I want that. That's attractive. Okay. You can do this. Okay.
Yes.
You can do this. All right. This equals freedom, okay? And your guys will be happier. Are you going to have guys that come through that aren't going to like this? By the way, if you asked all your crew right now, would you like to make piece rate or paid hourly? They're all going to say hourly.
Of course they are.
Guys, because they don't understand it.
They don't understand
Is
it.
anything scary? Right. The guys don't want change. Guys aren't going to want to move. Okay, aren't going to do it. All right.
Carmen's going to Italy once the beer virus is over. So.
Okay, right. Okay, don't go there. Okay, those are the guys that are charging time and material. Those are the you got to pay the guys whatever. Those are the Corona guys and gals. Okay, don't get caught up in all this BS.
Please don't.
And guys, come on.
What BS? Wait, you're pointing to that.
Corona and this crap.
Okay. This
all right.
The first two columns.
Right, the first two columns.
Let's be clear.
Okay, Corona. All right, in these first two columns. Don't get caught up in this crap.
Right.
All right, make your own way. Don't buy into all the fear and I gotta, or we gotta, this is how it has to be. Or they said, we're all gonna get sick. We gotta have masks on. We're all gonna go to Costco and get some toilet paper.
I saw a lot of people posting that Costco and all the big ones were out of toilet paper.
Right.
Seriously?
Come on.
Oh my stars.
Guys, are we that stupid? That's a whole nother show.
We've lost our minds.
Right, we have lost our minds.
Let's see, Steve. Oh gosh, Steve, I'm sorry, I can't do your last name. The right guy means more profit. Not every tech is the right tech.
Right.
Boom.
Right. Well, and if when you do this right, Steve, the profit's still there. It's not more. It could be more money. The right. Look, even the average guy, which most of them are going to be average. Okay, so you want your average tech. You arm your average tech with where they can go in there and with the right price, okay, and you've done flat and you got it figured into your own flat rate pricing, and you arm your tech where they can go in and give options, okay, where you've told them what the options are. So, the Mrs. Jones says no hot water. Guy goes in there and sees what the lower element's out, so he now can say, okay, it's the lower element, and then you've shown him that you want the next play to be, replace both the lower and the upper element to offer that to Mrs. Jones, and then offer a new water heater. Okay, you arm your guy with that. Your average guy can do that all day long.
Twice on Sunday.
And twice on Sunday.
Don't work on Sunday.
But we don't want to work on Sunday. You won't need to work on Sunday. Okay.
Right.
All right. So you arm your guy with that. Then you will have guys. You'll make plenty of profit because you're selling your profit. You see what I'm saying? You're making your profit. You're selling your time.
Right.
All right.
On your time.
Okay.
Yes, Rick, you need to rewatch it. Absolutely. Okay, now Nick Engelhardt, I think he was the one. He's I'm going to assume a top plumber at the company he's at. He says a bidet equals no need for toilet paper.
Yeah, right.
He is a salesman right there. Just solved a problem.
So all those you walk in the house. That's why if you're good, a good serviceman builds a relationship with the customer, and so you find out that they're really scared. If they answer the door wearing a mask. Okay, and they got the news on, they got CNN on, and we're talking about all the deaths, the 5 deaths, where there's there's thousands every month that die from, a year from regular flu.
Right.
Okay,
right.
All right. Well, then that's a time to sell that. Mention that's a bidet that they don't need.
Advanced plumbing. I think Misty, right? Misty Rushing. Yep. No need for toilet paper when you had a fancy bidet toilet. Plumber's house is like a plumbing showroom.
Okay. All right.
So true.
Okay.
Yeah. What plumber's house doesn't have a good old bidet in it?
Yep.
Love it. Okay. Anything else? I think that's all the.
All right. So there we have it, guys. Okay.
I got them all.
Hey,
I got all the questions.
This has been good. Give us some thought here, guys. All right. For those that are around, that means your mind's open to that. You're truly seeking. For those of you who want freedom, okay. All right. You're looking for the beach, okay, or Italy, travel, or more time with the kids. Or bass fishing, or hunting, okay, and want to make money, and want your guys to make as much money as possible, and you want your customers to be happy. This is the route to go.
This is
okay. With the least amount of headaches.
I have to bring in. I know we're long guys, but this is really this comment's really good. Timothy, who just created our drinking game, says, "Wow, I always thought work when others won't work, like Sundays and Saturdays."
No.
Wow. See how we were trained, Timothy? That's the great point, right?
Right.
That's how we were brought up. That's how we were trained. No, the way is stop. We want to.
That's right. Keep the whip down.
We want to do the things that others won't do, so that we can do the things that others can't do.
Right. Others won't do this.
Right.
Others don't have the courage to figure out what their true hourly rate is.
Yep.
Others don't have the courage to actually figure out their own flat rate pricing. Others don't have the courage to join, so they won't do things like join the Success Academy, which is nothing. You can try it for 14 days. I'll have you hooked for those that are really interested.
We'll have you hooked.
Okay. And I know it sounds. I don't care. I mean, I want that for you. Okay. Because most don't have the courage. Most don't have the courage.
Right.
It's easy. I made more money, and my guys made more money, and we're happier guys will work harder Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Now, that doesn't mean they're always happy. They're happy to get out there. Who wants to be out on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock? Nobody. Okay, no guy wants to, but they'll do it and they'll work hard at it. Okay, you're right, guys. You're always going to get the bump. Hey, guys, we're in plumbing.
Right.
Half the guys out there, I wouldn't trust them on my lawn. I see them in the Facebook groups and all that.
Well, it's like somebody said earlier, everybody's not the right tech.
Right. Okay. But the right guys. You only need guys. You even with a 5 truck company charging your right hourly rate and flat rate pricing, you'll be on a beach.
Thanks, Ricky.
Okay.
Or Maui.
Or
right. Italy. Wherever you want to be. You're welcome, Ricky.
You got it, brother.
Love it.
Okay. Hey, if you want this, I want you to, if this sounds interesting to you, you kind of, that's intriguing, okay? And it's making sense to you, all right? And you're truly wanting freedom, okay? Yes. And truly wanting to provide your guys the most opportunity and truly wanting to attract the best customers, okay? Then you need to check out my Success Academy,
you totally
okay?
do.
All right?
Wouldn't you?
Everything in there. Look, you were taught plumbing, okay? But you weren't taught the business of plumbing, okay? You don't know business, okay? And you can't just follow the other sheep over the cliff.
Right.
Okay, because they're charging whatever, or you're going to get this flat rate pricing thing, and not know how to do the accounting. Just doing whatever marketing. You're scrambling around for marketing because I got to make the phone ring and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay, all right. In my Success Academy, I lay it all out for you in easy bite-sized modules. Okay, over 150 hours of instruction. It's all put in videos, produced well, so in short bites. Okay, and it laid out so that you can consume it. And I'll be more specific so that I can consume it. Look, this is where I come from, okay? But everything in there is teaching you the business of plumbing. We have live coaching calls twice a month, so open class, so that you can ask questions, okay? And we go over stuff in the academy, all right? And in a private site just for those that are in the academy. So it's a good group there.
Exclusive.
So check it out. Right now you can check it out for free, 14 days free. Type success in the comments, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success.
Yes.
All right.
Timothy
And drink.
says 3 beach references. This could be
All right. Hey, before I let you go, as always, I want to remind you that you were purposely and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. So plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.